Okay, welcome back to this Photopea tutorial series. In this fifth video, we're going to have a look at some of the other tools that we might want to use. So, the first tool we're going to look at is the text tool. So, on the left hand side of your toolbar, if we go down to this T shape here, it's the only one that we can't right click on. If you hover over it, it says Type Tool. If we click on that, nothing happens yet. So what we need to do is click inside anywhere inside of our little canvas. I'm going to put my title at the top. So what we can do now is just start typing. Except this colour and this font I might not want to use. So if I just delete all of this, I have all the different options that I might use in Word here. So what I can do is I can change the font type. So I have all my different font types here. So I might go for, let's have a look for a comic booky one. Yeah, this one kind of looks like a comic book. I can change the size of my font, so I might change it to size 49. And then in this case, I can't use bold because this font doesn't have it. So if I changed it to, where's Calibri? Be near the top, won't it? Or you could just type it in here. No, doesn't have it. So maybe Times New Roman. Nope. Does that one have it? Yeah. So if we choose another random font, you can see here that it has different options for it. So we could have italic, bold, bold italic. So you have all the options available to you that you would in a Word document. So yeah, let's just stick with this font for now. Size 49, and then I can change the colour. So let's go for a hot pink so we can see it. Might not be the font colour I'd choose normally, but just to show you how it works. We can then choose how this font and sort of line is formatted. So we could choose to have it placed on the left hand side, centred, or on the right hand side. So I'm just going to choose the left hand side for now. I can then start typing. So I'm going to put Thanos versus Captain America. And then I've finished typing. So I'm just going to click back to my selection move tool. So I can then click on this and start moving it around. Except I'm encountering a little issue here because my Thanos, a little bit too tall, and he's underneath some text which is making it harder to see. So I'm just going to click on my Thanos layer, edit, transform, and then scale him a little bit more down so he's about the right shape and size. So now I have some text. Here is where my layer of text is placed. So at the minute it's between Thanos and Captain America. Normally you would want your text layered above every other single image on your poster to make it really visible for the viewer. So I'm just going to drag that and move it above my Captain America layer. It's not made much difference. But if I was to move this down, you can see here my verses is laid over my Captain America. If I was to move that underneath, it gets rid of that because my Captain America is placed over my text. So I'm just going to undo that and move it back up to the top. So what we can do now is we can edit this text if we want to. You just click on the text thing here, and then you can see here it comes up with the little eye symbol. You just click aside there and we can edit this text however we want. If we wanted to add another text box, you could just click anywhere and start typing. And it retains the sort of settings you had before. So, that's how we edit text. The second tool we're going to look at in this short tutorial is the healing tool and the rubber tool. So we've showed you how to use the brush tool. Here is what we will call the eraser. So if we zoom in, and I'm going to choose my Thanos layer for this. And I'm going to zoom in to show you how this works. So we can use the eraser to erase parts of our image. So you can see here I've deleted parts of Thanos' blade and a little bit of his chest. So now we can see the sort of background image that's behind him. We can change again the size of our eraser, but I don't want to delete all of him, so I'm just going to keep it small. We can change the sort of shape of the eraser just like we could the brush. We can change the opacity. So what this will do is it won't delete parts of your image or erase them, it will just kind of change down how visible they are. So that's the eraser tool, fairly simple. You just use it to delete parts of your image. So, this last part I'm going to show you is, let's for example say you save this image and you can't access your history to undo your deletions. What you can do is use the Spot Healing Brush tool or the Healing Brush tool. So what this will do is it will use really clever systems to analyse the little bits that surround the deleted area of your image, and it will try and replicate those or clone parts of that image to fill the gap. So if I start on my blade, because it's a singular colour of grey, so it's easier to see, if I start clicking inside of my image, it's healing what I've deleted, let's say. So it's putting back what I deleted. So because this was a single colour, it looks pretty good. You know, you can't really tell that this has been healed using the clone tool. But in circumstances where there's slightly different colours, again, there's different shapes, if we start healing here, you can see now the part of the armour where the gold would have finished, it didn't replicate as well. So it's just filled it out using the grey sort of armour that was in his background. If we were to undo that all the way to show off how it looked originally, you can also see that there was a lined effect in the armour to show like kind of like a crisscross effect, like it was ribbed. Whereas now that I've fixed it, you can see that that effect has also been lost with the healing tool. So while it can be quite effective from a zoomed out point of view, you can't really tell there's any difference. It's not as an effective way as healing it as it would be just undoing what you deleted. Okay? So, now that you've used these tools, what I want you to do is create a little title for your poster. So whichever superheroes you use, you could come up with a name for the film, or you could just maybe say, you know, like I've done Thanos versus Captain America, you could say whatever superhero you used versus the other one. Or you'd have a go playing with the healing tool, maybe delete part of your superhero and heal it. And then, yeah, save that for me, please. So, next tutorial, we'll be looking at how you can export and save your images as documents, so you can access these at any time. Okay, thank you.